So let's talk about Reels. Instagram Reels, that is. In this video, I want to talk about some of the tips and tricks that I picked up along the ways on how you can leverage Reels to create amazing content on Instagram to engage with your audiences and grow your audience even further. These are the things that I wish I knew when I first got started using Reels, so I hope that you take away some valuable insights from this video. I found Instagram Reels to be really easy to integrate into my overall social media content strategy because I technically take a lot of my long form videos here on YouTube anyway and kind of break it up into smaller digestible pieces that I can use on Instagram Reels, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, wherever else that accepts these kind of short social media videos. And I think Reels is really powerful for that because it allows me to see how that's been received by the audiences on Instagram and using that as a way to essentially take that insight to bring into other platforms. I'm sharing this video as well. But technically, once you create one vertical video, you can use it everywhere, which is why it's so powerful to leverage the vertical video format so you can use it everywhere else on your content strategy as well. So here's a little bit of a Reel one-to-one for those who haven't used Reels before, maybe just want a refresher. So how do you record Reels? Well, first, when you go into the Instagram app, there's going to be a plus button on the bottom of your screen. When you click on the button, it will give you the different functions, let's say a post, a story, a reel, and you want to go into that reel section. Once you're there, you can start either pressing down that white button to record and record multiple clips of yourself, or you can also upload previously recorded clips. So this works really well. Let's say you're repurposing content from another social media platform, you can essentially download it from there and then just upload it. It's just a really powerful function within Instagram Reels to edit your clips. So you can either use a pre-existing template from another reel and just insert your clips that way, or alternatively, you can create your own editing where you can cut down the size of your clips to make it quicker and choppier, which works really well, by the way, on short form vertical video content on places like Instagram and TikTok. So you want to grab the attention of your viewers in the first 5 to 6 seconds, but also all the other clips should be very short and snappy and therefore moving the videos quickly. So that way you can actually get to the point of the video at the end and essentially grabbing the attention of the viewer very much on the get-go. There are also lots of filters that you can use within Instagram to maybe apply onto your videos or maybe adding a bit of creative flair into them. So it's all up to you. The sky's the limit on this one. And also before you upload, you can add music to your reels as well, which is a key part of it, really, especially if you can use trending sounds, which are actually songs that are currently used by a lot of other reels on the platform right now. And you will be found by others who are currently looking through that sound and to see what other reels are being created underneath that sound as well. So a lot of potential for more visibility there by using trending sounds. And the way to find out whether a song is trending or not is that there should be a little arrow next to that song when you sing that song within other reels or within Instagram. Now the trick with this is that you want to make sure you're using that trending sound before it gets too popular. Once it gets used by too many reels out there, so unfortunately the visibility won't be as high as when it was first created and start trending on the platform. And once you're happy with your reel and happy with the video and also the music on there, you can start creating a caption, which you can insert into the last section before uploading to the platform. And also make sure to include any hashtags that are relevant within the reel as well, so it can be discovered by hashtag on Instagram too. At the uploading section, I want to talk about this here, is that there are lots of functions and features that you may not have known about before. And when you're uploading the reel, I want to mention something here, is that I wish I knew these different functionalities way back when I was uploading the reels to the platform. So first of all, you can go to the event section when you're uploading to choose to upload at the highest quality. I don't know why Instagram had put this as an option, because as someone that does video, and I can tell you this, is that why wouldn't I want to upload my reels at the highest quality ever? Right? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you do that as another option? Like, would I want to upload my reels at a lower quality? Probably not. But anyway, the function is there, so make sure you choose that as your option when it comes to uploading reels as the highest quality. The other thing here is that you want to make sure to use tags and also collaborators effectively in your reels. So if you currently are mentioning other brands, working with other individuals in your video, make sure to tag them in the video as well. And when it comes to the length of the reel, I would say keep it as short as possible if you can to get your point across. People's attention span on this platform is really decreasing by the day. And the last time I did research on this is actually when I was doing a workshop on Instagram content in general, is that on average, the human attention span is 8 seconds. And sadly, compared to a goldfish who has an attention span of 9 seconds, they actually have a higher attention span than us as humans. So that just really shows how little bit of a time you do have before you lose that attention of that viewer and then move on to another piece of content on Instagram. And there's this little section where you can add topics to your reels so that Instagram can group them by different topics and show them to the relevant audiences who are interested in that topic. So if you can, make sure to go into that section there to choose the relevant topics that make sense for your reel. If you are sharing the reel on your feed as well, so that's basically when you're sharing the reel, it will also show on your feed if you choose that as an option, then make sure to have a really nice eye-catching cover image on your reel. And sometimes people just choose a little freeze screen within their reel to use that as the cover image. But I think it's much better if you design a cover image with the title clearly indicated so people know what your reel is all about when they're coming to your feed for the very first time. You can also use Instagram's upload function to schedule this reel instead of posting it straight away. So let's say you currently have a batch of content, and that works really well in my case where I batch my content ahead of time. Then I can actually schedule these reels going forward, so I have them as a queue within my Instagram app. This is more of a personal preference. If you like to hide the like counts on your reel, you can do that as well within this section. Just let you know if you want to do that as an option. And when you do choose collaborators on your reels, this reel will not only show on your Instagram feed, but also on their feed as well. This could be a really great way to leverage both audiences all together. As someone who's always recording myself on camera talking about a specific point, it's really important to make sure you do have captions turned on in your reels. So either you have caption natively within Instagram that you created, or perhaps when you're doing externally, let's say on Adobe Premiere, it's just because a lot of times people are watching Instagram without turning the sound on. They might be in a public space, they might be at their office, whatever it is that they probably won't understand what you're saying unless you have captions on in your video. And this goes without saying on any social media platform. It's really important to make sure you do have captions. Now, a really good tip that I have about creating reels that could actually get seen by a lot more individuals other than your audiences is to make sure your videos are playing on a loop. Because usually at the end of the reel, there's an ending to it and people know that it's actually finished. But there are lots of reels where it goes in a loop format. And I'll show you some examples on screen. And what I mean by this is that when it gets to the end of the reel, it's very hard to decipher whether or not it's actually finished, or maybe along the way, people have missed out certain details about the reel and they want to go back and watch it again and again. So the reason why this does so well is because Instagram sees this as a way to rank those reels as much more engaging than others. So they care about how many people are actually watching your reel, and also how many are rewatching it over and over again. Those who are watching it over and over again, that really indicates this reel is very engaging and people are liking that content. And therefore, Instagram will show it to more individuals in the platform, because at the end of the day, any social media platform, including Instagram, they care about how long individuals are spending on this platform, and they want the viewers to stay there as long as possible. So if you can, when you're creating your reel, think about how you can make this potentially a loop effect within that reel. So when you get to the end of the video, it goes to the beginning again, but make it into a very seamless transition from that. One more way to use this feature on Instagram to help you get seen by more individuals, and that is you can also use the Instagram promotional feature to promote your reels to more people across the platform. If you know me well in what I do in my business, that a lot of what I talk about and teach is on Facebook and Instagram ads. And I think Instagram ads is still very much undervalued in the sense that it's relatively cheap compared to all the other advertising platforms to show your ads to a relevant audience. If you do it right, you can actually get a really great return on your investment. So if there's one reel that you know has done really well for you organically, that is without paying for it, then you know you can actually add more budget behind it to add more fuel and firepower to make sure this gets seen by more individuals who are interested in that content. And therefore bring them to come to your profile, check you out, potentially become a follower, or maybe even become an email subscriber or potentially a customer down the line. Ultimately, I think this is the one bit that Instagram is actually similar to YouTube in the sense that if you ever actually created a list, a long list of feed of potentially really relevant content that your audience would be interested in, when they do discover you via Reels, they'll know that this is exactly what you talk about and they want to follow you. And same thing with YouTube, right? If you have a bank of amazing videos that you created along the way, even though some of those may not have been discovered yet by your audiences, once you have one or two videos that are getting discovered very quickly on the platform, when they come to your channel, they probably want to binge on all your other content as well. And that's the effect that you want to have on Instagram too, is that you want to continually create high quality content within your reels. So when someone do come across your reels for the very first time, they'll see all your other amazing reels as well and realize that they definitely want to become a follower not just a viewer. And like I said, definitely leverage the power of repurposing your content because vertical videos are pretty much accepted everywhere else. And that is an unprecedented opportunity to leverage your one piece of content and literally post it anywhere else you currently have a social media presence. So even Pinterest now accepts vertical videos. And that's another reason why you should think about how do you leverage your currently long form content, let's say your blog posts, your podcast, your YouTube videos, whatever it might be, and repurposing them into vertical, short, bite-sized social media videos that you can share everywhere else, including Instagram Reels. All right, I hope you found that video helpful in helping you create better Reels going forward. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop in the comments below or let me know any other tips that you have about Reels as well. I look forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and also share with a friend who might also need this. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.